When I was a little kid, I used to live in a really, really strict family. I don't know about like strict based on like the standards of strict parenting, but I'd say it's like a 7. My family has not been as strict within the past 2 years. I've been a little freed, you could say. But let's talk about it and what I did to combat that because people who are strict raise sneaky children. When I was a little kid, I did not have a phone until the last year of middle school. So I was like 8th grade. I only had a tablet when I was a very little kid and then a computer, but like a very old one. I think I was on Windows 7 or 8 for my whole life before 2020. And at that point, it was outdated. Like, it was at the point where it was getting outdated. We couldn't download a lot of things. Anyways, so when I was like a very little kid, all through elementary school, I had this iPad. No, sorry, tablet. Had this tablet. It was an outdated tablet even when I got it. It did the job. It didn't run a lot of apps. Like, it straight up could not function some apps. But I think the worst part about living with all these restrictions is that I let a lot of my friends down. I wanted to do things with them, but I wasn't allowed to, or I physically couldn't, and it led to me feeling or being excluded a lot. Then COVID hit in 2020 and I still didn't have a phone, but this time everyone was inside, so we had to be quarantined. So I had a laptop this time. COVID, I got the new laptop. It wasn't actually new, it was just my dad's work laptop that he didn't use. It was a fat chunk. Oh my gosh, you could take a bite into it. It was like cake size. And so for more context, all of my electronics that were handed to me always had administrative stuff on them already, so I was like locked out of majority of the things on there, and I wasn't allowed to put games on there originally. I had to beg for them using my good grades as leverage, and I do like buying used stuff. It's just that was the caveat with this stuff that I did get. They just didn't trust me to do a lot of things on my own, even though back then I just wanted some freedom. That was it. I didn't get a lot of that back then. Anyways, back to the segment. And also, this fat chunk of a laptop burned my desk. I have this desk now with my PC, but this fat laptop, that thing burned my, like, it charred my desk. And like, my desk is already like doo-doo, which I bought it from like OfferUp used. It's an IKEA desk, like the cute ones everyone has. We had it like plastic or some shit. Anyways, complaints about my desk aside, it was cheaper than retail. And I love a good bargain. The desk had been burnt at the center where the laptop had sat. The fans were that loud, and whenever I would go on a call with my friends playing Valorant, because I was on Valorant at the time, it would burn, and you could hear the fans through my mic, because I was using the laptop mic. I didn't have this mic I have now before. I had that laptop, and it was admin locked. Everything was locked by an admin password. The admin password on the computers is the bane of my existence. I just got rid of it like 2 years ago. Up until then, I've always been living with that shit. Oh my, you cannot sound like anything like really big without it. So when I had my PC, like the Windows 7 or 8, I could only play like flash games or browser games. I wasn't allowed to download Roblox. So, and it was like in a family room. So, you know, if I downloaded something, I would get caught. And it was password locked. And back then, my family was like actually scary. Like, I was so scared to piss them off. So I just did it behind their back. So, right. COVID, the big fat chunk of a work laptop, the heavy one. I had to put this towel underneath it so it didn't burn my desk that I already had, because the fans were so concerning to the point where I would be trying to play my Genshin Impact and it would just brrr. I just had tacos earlier. Right. So, the laptop was also admin password locked. At this point, I had learned a little and I wasn't a little elementary schooler, so I knew how to download stuff. This time I downloaded Roblox, and it was Zoom classes, right? So I was playing Roblox every single day, all during those classes, because I was addicted to Raw High. I was addicted to getting rich in that economy. My parents did not actually allow me to spend any money on games at all. So I asked my friend to walk to Target. It's like a 30-minute walk from my school at the time. And I was like, can you buy me Robux? And I gave her like $40. And she bought me $40 worth of Robux. I spent it on Raw High Game Pass to get rich in that game. Long story short, my parents did not like me playing video games for more than 1 hour. And I wasn't allowed to play video games for more than 1 hour originally per day. And like, I always was able to use my good grades to leverage that restriction. But when I got older, I stopped caring about school so much, because school, I've never been the best at it. I only kept up with it so much to make my parents happy, but it got me really stressed. I wasn't happy with it anymore. I didn't have fun doing school. At one point, I actually had fun doing math. That's crazy. In like 4th grade, I actually had fun doing it. But at one point, my grades dropped a little. But it was all passing. It was like high B's. And that was it. So I was punished. He put parental restrictions on my Wi-Fi to stop me from playing Roblox. I was like, shit. I need to get rich in this game, and I was trying to get my streak up. And my only source of happiness at that time was Roblox, because I got really depressed and I like lost all my friends and I crashed out on shit. Anyhow, I needed back. So my sibling found out that you could download a free VPN, a doo-doo one, but on its free mode you could, turn on the VPN on Google extensions. And we used that and we bypassed the Wi-Fi restrictions to play Roblox. Hooray! After that, I got tired of Aurora High, moved on to Genshin Impact, and I saw ad for it. I thought it was pretty. I'm not even a gambler. I hate gambling. I don't find joy in it because I actually like saving, and I needed the admin password to download it. So yes, I asked my dad for that, but then he was like, you better swear on your booty that you do your homework before you play Genshin Impact. You know I didn't do it. I did not do that. I just said I did because he didn't check, and then I played Genshin Impact, and then I did my homework after. See, I still did my homework somehow, and yeah, I could play it, but if you want to open up Genshin Impact every single time, this was before they had Hoyle Play, like the combined play button with every single game of theirs. You had to input the admin password every single time. So I had to wait until my dad came home at like 7 p.m. and I played Genshin Impact for only 3 hours. And of course, you know me, I didn't like that. I hated it so much that I started to actually start raging from the computer, because I would find out later my dad had asked his company intern to code something that made the computer automatically restart itself and like restart every single window, like like the full restart automatically at a certain time. I didn't know that back then, and I would just put it on sleep thinking, oh yes, I put it on sleep, I don't gotta put in the password tomorrow, I'm gonna play Genshin Impact tomorrow when I get home from school. No, because it was restarted by that intern. I've always been that way, where I need to like play something to give me dopamine and then do homework. I do finish my homework. I just finished it in the most inefficient, untimely manner ever. I actually really got rage baited because I would start praying. I'm not religious. My family isn't even religious. I'm not religious in any capacity, but I would start praying. I was like, please let my Genshin save. Please don't restart the computer. But it was restarted, because my dad later would reveal to me hood flags. He was like, I got the intern to code it. I was like, well, ruin my day, ruin my week, and ruin my Genshin Impact. I'm kidding. Occasionally, we would have to ask for my father to put in the admin password, because you literally need it for like the most basic downloads ever. It's like, put in your administrative password. It's like, now I gotta go hassle my parents. My parents are very busy people. So one day, my sibling asked my father to, put in the admin password for some basic downloads, for like maintenance downloads or something. And my father, being the incredibly old man that he is, to no offense to his, he typed the admin password into the search bar because he forgot what it was. He forgot to delete it. After my father put in the admin password into the actual program my sibling wanted to use, he left the admin password there. So my sibling copied and pasted it, sent it to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, is this the real deal? Admin password real? And from that moment I was freed. But my parents were also really strict about going to sleep on time. Us, me and my siblings, we never went to sleep on time because we were up playing Genshin Impact and doing other things. Actually, I was supposed to sleep at 11 p.m. ever since COVID happened. Like, my parents were like adamant about it, and didn't work. We would play, but my father made me place my laptop back into his room. Oh, I completely forgot phones. So yes, middle school I did get a phone that was Apple ID password locked, so I couldn't download any app I wanted. Had to ask. I didn't have any games because of that. And because of that, I missed the whole TikTok thing. So I never got addicted to it like some people are. So I had to put my phone back before 11 p.m. and the laptop back. So I was electronic-less. Besides one thing, my school-sanctioned Chromebook. And the school-sanctioned Chromebook has a shit ton of administrative restrictions on it. However, there's this website called GeForce.com. I don't think that's the exact thing, but it's GeForce.com, and there's a bunch of things behind it. But anyways, I would use that to play Genshin Impact because you don't have to download Genshin Impact on it. All you have to do is wait in an hour-long queue, and then it will boot up Genshin and let you play for an hour. So of course I did that. Before I went to sleep, so 10 o'clock, I would start my school laptop, open it up, get in the queue for GeForce to play Genshin Impact, and then wait for it. And then, you know, my parents were like, time to sleep. I was ready in the queue. I timed it out. So I would go in the queue and be like, now it's time for me to play more Genshin Impact. And the thing about me with Genshin Impact is that back then I was a completionist. I wanted all achievements, all 100% exploration. I would sit there and do so much exploration. I did get caught like in the middle of the night. And back then it was so scary. Like I was like heart racing, hearing people's footsteps, analyzing people's footsteps. I think that's the one thing, people, if you are in a family household with strict parents, you have to know everyone's footstep patterns. Like you need to know like the weight of their footsteps, and that will save you. I started getting fed up with the computer because I picked up playing Valorant after I learned the administrator password, since I now have access to play my own games. Oh my gosh, I can pick what game I want to play without having to ask people. I really don't like asking people for things. I don't want to bother them. And in my father's case, I did feel like I was bothering him because he always looked grumpy at me. When I asked something, he'd make this thinking face and it would look like he was really mad at me, and I was like scared for my life. I was scared shitless. But like, not only that, if I had asked for Valorant and my father had seen the rating on the game and saw that it was for teens, I probably would have gotten like smacked. Okay, not literally, but I would have gotten in huge trouble because when I was a little kid, when I watched a video on the TV that happened to say the word kill or die or death, I was in trouble. Oh my goodness, that was the bane of my existence. And every time I watched a video of like someone laughing, they would like side-eye me like, damn, no happiness. I just can't do happy things, so that's why I didn't ask, because I wouldn't have been allowed to anyway. Even though I knew that Valorant was like, it's not a bloody game. Do you see what I mean? In fact, I'm pretty sure I would have gotten in trouble because it's a game with a gun. That's the type of parent my father was. Gathered the courage to ask for a PC, and that's what I have now. And I did get the iPhone app thing like taken off finally, because it was messing with our whole family system, because one person's calls would go to another person's device, and you know, we didn't know who to pick up on what. Annoyingest thing ever. Anyhow, there are also other things I do. Like when it's nighttime, I turn off majority of the lights and I work on my computer because I'm still not allowed to do that. Sorry, context. Context here is that I'm still not allowed to do work at night. It's highly frowned upon. Even if it's like pure hard work, they don't want you to do it late, which is so strange. So my parents are always like, you gotta work hard for what you want. But if we work hard for what we want late at night and push our bodies, suddenly like that's illegal. But they really want us to work hard. So there is a discrepancy there. Anyhow, I still do it today. I like cover up the cracks in the doors of like my laundry that's going into the laundry basket, and that way I don't get caught because I'm still terrified. I still get jumpy at that. If my parents like go to my room, I'm like, please don't yell at me if I did something wrong. Like, please don't yell at me. I think that's like majority of the restrictions I had. There are definitely more that I have erased from my memory from horrible experiences, I think. But yeah, my parents used to be really, really, really scary to talk to the point like I would try avoiding them at all times. Anyhow, I want to add that my parents no longer act like this. A lot of things have happened and they have changed per me and my siblings' requests. It finally worked. I've escaped the dungeons. I do have the restriction though of putting my phone back, but now my PC's in my room. Oh yeah, so I used to get also threatened with having my stuff taken with my Wi-Fi and other belongings, but I don't get that anymore. I get my Wi-Fi not cut off now, but the router gets disconnected from my PC, so the Wi-Fi turns to shit, but I can still edit on it fine. So that's all that matters. And just to be very clear, my family no longer acts like this at all. I have most of the freedoms that I wanted as a little kid, so you know what, that's good. I'm thankful for that. But I don't think that I will ever not have to live with the effects of what happened in the past. That happened for such a long time. That was a lot of my life that was spent like that. Anyhow, positives. What did I gain from this experience? Not a lot, but I will say that I turned the nightmares that I got from this situation, like really bad nightmares, I turned them into my OCs. All of my nightmares back then were about death, and I turned that into characters. I put my emotions towards that. So that was fun. I got into writing during that time. It was really poopy, but maybe one day I will do a video reading all the writing, because there were Japanese emojicons in the writing, like there was emojis in my writing. A character would just emo into their words. That's crazy. Anyhow, I did draw when I got really sad, so I was able to put my emotions toward art. I did a lot of creative things, found a lot of loopholes, and I don't think I would have learned to problem solve like that if I didn't grow up living like this. This will probably be the last more mellow video for a bit, because next video I'm thinking crafts. I need to lock in on craft videos, and then we can do other topics. And I don't want to make this video like sad, because it's not that sad. It's more like a reflection of what my life used to be like, and I found ways around it, but it made me become who I am today. So I don't think that my life would be way better if it never happened. It's just how I came to be today. But yeah, hope you guys have a nice day. Goodbye.